Tonight, a late objection from the president on special counsel Robert Mueller's potential appearance before Congress. Bob Mueller should not testify, the president tweeted. No redos for the Dems. The president now taking the lead on a decision he had outsourced to Attorney General William Barr.
Should Mueller testify? Would you like to see him testify?
I don't know. That's up to our Attorney General.
Barr saying last week he would allow Mueller to testify.
What about Bob Mueller? Should he be allowed to testify before this?
I've already said publicly I have no objection to him.
And
Trump's comments coming just hours after Democrats said they are trying to finalize Mueller's appearance. The latest face-off is a new poll finds Americans are evenly split on impeaching President Trump in the wake of Mueller's report. The showdown with Congress playing out as the president's North Korea strategy may be unraveling, with Kim Jong-un launching short-range projectiles this weekend. Mr. Trump still showing optimism. He also knows that I am with him and does not want to break his promise to me. Deal will happen, with his Secretary of State also keeping the door open.
We still believe that there's an opportunity to get a negotiated outcome where we get fully verified denuclearization.
Analysts say the short-range launch didn't violate Kim's promise to stop testing intercontinental ballistic missiles.
It is very, very clear and calculated. In other words, he did not cross the explicit red line that had been set earlier.
While the president seemed to want to de-escalate with North Korea, he increased pressure on China in the trade talks, tweeting that he would raise tariffs from 10% to 15% if an agreement were not reached by Friday.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.